Nilesh Shah of Kotak Mutual Fund gave his insights on the importance of investing in SIPs and ensured that any time is a good time to invest.
In last 5 years, 6 lakh rupee invested over 5 years would have grown to about 12 lakh rupee, giving you about 28% XIRR. And instead of SIP, if you had invested a lump sum investment 5 years back, that 1 lakh would have become roughly about 3.3 lakhs, giving you roughly 27% CAGR. So if you see the lump sum investment versus SIP over a longer period of time virtually starts delivering similar return. No one can time the market, so it's far better to do SIP rather than going and wasting time and energy on timing the market. Should you be doing SIP on a single stock, or should you be doing SIP on a mutual fund or a portfolio? If you are doing SIP in a single stock, you have to ensure that your stock is like Tendulkar. It will continue to deliver through ups and downs. If you have ability to pick up Tendulkar, surely go and invest in a single stock. But if you don't have that ability, which we don't possess, go and pick up the mutual fund portfolio, go and pick up a diversified portfolio. It will have some batsman, some bowler, some wicket keeper, some all-rounder. Combination of that will deliver return. Form is temporary, class is permanent. I mean, Virat Kohli, he today has world's highest average in one-day international. But he has also got out 11 times for 0 in one-day international in his short career. But that doesn't mean anything to his stature as a finest batsman of one-day international. SIP also will deliver ducks for a short period of time in your investment horizon. But if you give them enough time, it will come back and it will start delivering return. SIP in that sense is like a tapasya. You have to pray for a long enough period of time to get the vardhan of Lakshmi Mata. SIP in some sense is like a bamboo tree. You have to invest, and for years you may not see any result. But one bull market and that SIP tree will grow like a bamboo tree. SIP is like your regular medicine. I mean, some of you might suffer from blood pressure or cholesterol or diabetes, and doctor would have prescribed you certain medicine. And normally all of us take one medicine a day or 3 medicines a day. We don't take 365 days medicine in a single day to cure ourselves of diabetes or cholesterol or blood pressure. SIP is same thing. You don't put money at one go, you take installments. The value of advisor. I mean, if SIP is such a commonsensical, simple concept, do you need an advisor? And as Nikhil and Shirish were there, you do need an advisor to pick up SIP in a equity mutual fund, because today there are more than 500, 600 mutual fund schemes. And within schemes, there are multiple plans. If you choose an advisor, your journey will be simple and straight. If you don't choose an advisor, you will get confused. And maybe you'll end up doing SIP in a scheme which is not performing well. So when you are starting an SIP, do take care to ensure that you have someone who is holding your hand towards right schemes, right product. But most importantly, this is the message from Gandhiji. He was a Banya, quote unquote. And what he said was, don't bother about daily Sensex movement. Don't bother about hype and noise. Don't bother about tips. No one in the world is interested in making you rich by giving you free tips. In fact, it has been now proven in few cases that people who come on television giving free advice end up recommending you to buy something when they want to sell, and end up recommending selling you something when they want to buy. What Gandhiji's message was: long-term investment, regular investment, and asset allocation. These are the surefire way to get independence from financial worries, and SIP is a beginning. Once you get accustomed to SIPs, obviously there are many more instruments and tools which you have to use. But for beginners, there's no better instrument than SIPs to get out of financial worries.
Sir, for retail investors, what would be the parameters that you would suggest in picking multi-bagger stocks?
So one, how to pick multi-bagger stock. There's no shortcut to success. If you want to become like Ramdev Agarwal, if you want to become like Nimesh Bhai, if you want to become like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, one, you must have luck like them. Second, you must have skill like them. There's no shortcut over here. You have to read thousands of balance sheets. You have to meet hundreds of management. You have to understand the macro trends, micro pictures, and you have to put appropriate money. There are many people who have bought Infosys at 100 rupee on listing, but they sold out when it went into discount. There are many people who bought Kotak Mahindra Finance on listing, and for 10 years Kotak Mahindra Finance didn't deliver any return to the person who bought on the day of listing. Many people got burnt out, they got tired, they sold out. And from those points, Kotak Mahindra Finance has been a multi-bagger. So what you require is discipline, skill, luck, all combined. Investment is an art, it's not a science. You could play lefty like Sourav Ganguly and still score a century. You can play like Virendra Sehwag righty and still score a century. You can be like Rahul Dravid and still score a century by tiring bowlers out. You can be like Virendra Sehwag and hitting people out of 4s and 6s, you can still score a century. So there is no one perfect style. Do what is appropriate for you, but without putting that hard work, there's no shortcut. If you just buy what you hear Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is buying or Ramdev Agarwal is buying, will that give you money? The answer is quite likely no, because when the tide turns, you may not have the patience to withhold those stocks like those guys. They will buy more when price is correct and if fundamentals haven't deteriorated. Most retail investors will follow the price and sell rather than buy.